Hello, good evening. How are you all? Thank you for joining me again in this session of Saksham IAS Academy. First of all, I want to thank you all for making us a 10K family on Facebook page. Um, and also, thank you for joining us on the previous sessions that we've been giving. It is a very tremendous response that we are getting. I hope we continue to get the same. For today's session, friends, I have again planned a new course wherein we would help you out to complete your physical geography or the whole geography syllabus. So, we'll start with physical geography first. And also, in today's session, we will give you the second timetable for the current affairs coverage, in which we have also introduced some changes. So, let's move ahead and see what we have planned for you all. So what is this refresher course about? What are we going to offer you in this geography refresher course? So firstly, in the first session, we are going to discuss the trend of the subject in the paper. So we're going to look into some of the trend analysis that is available for us by looking at some of the previous year question papers. Then we'll also discuss the previous year questions and the trick parts that UPSC plays while setting the question papers. And also we will cover the most important sections of the syllabus for prelims, and along with that we'll try to cover the syllabus using the maps. We'll try to study through maps that will make things more clear, and also we will try to connect the syllabus, the course topics with the current affairs that is happening, because usually there's a trend that questions are asked from the current topics itself. So if there's a cyclone, they'll talk about tropical cyclone. If there's an earthquake, there will be questions in the paper regarding the earthquake or any other phenomena, any river in the news or the national parks in the news. So that's how we're going to cover this course as well. So there's a short timetable that we have prepared for this physical geography. So it is a first 4 days that we've planned from 18th of March 2019. So in the first lecture, we're going to look into the latitudes, longitudes, the heat zones, and all these things related to the latitudes and longitudes. For this, we would suggest you to cover books, two very important books. One is definitely the NCRTs, and for that, we would suggest you to read 6th standard NCRT and 11th standard NCRT. And along with that, we will also require you to read Goche Leong chapters that will give you even more clarity on these topics that we do. We will have some infographic presentation for you people so that you can understand through diagrams, and also the explanations would be given right away. Next session would be conducted on 20th of March 2019, in which we'll see some of the theories related to the evolution of the earth, as to how the earth evolved. Then we'll study the interior of the earth, and also some other sections that will be related to geomorphology while studying these interior of earth. For this, we will again suggest you to read through the NCRT, and specifically NCRT of 7th standard and 11th standard physical geography. Also, there are certain chapters that we would suggest you to read from Goche Leong as well. The next session would be conducted on 22nd of March, in which we'll go through some of the theories like plate tectonic theory, continental drift theory, and other theories related to the geomorphology part of physical geography. For this, we would suggest you to go through the NCRT book of 11th standard. On 26th of March, we will cover map-based geography, in which we will read all these topics that we covered in the previous three sections. In the previous three sections, in the previous three sessions that we cover through maps. For this, I would suggest you can take any map book or any Oxford map book, and also the infographic would be provided during the session as well. So this is a small course that we have covered for the first week. Let's see how your responses, how you find the course. For this, we would require your feedback, and also one very important thing, when the session is conducted, we would like to encourage you to leave your comments down below, so that we can take those questions and doubts in the next session, so that it becomes even more interactive for everybody. Your point of view would also come forward to us, and if you wish to write any of your suggestions, you're most welcome. We'll take that up in the next session. Okay, now the second thing that I wanted to discuss in this session today is about the current affairs backlog coverage course that we are running. So, in that, we have brought a little change wherein we would be covering the current affairs question along with some of the conventional topics from our syllabus itself. So, the first session in the next week would be conducted on 19th of March, in which we will take up the economy part, right? Along with that economy part, like if you can see on the page right now, we would be covering poverty, employment rules, the direct employment rules, the vocational education and training, national level entrepreneurship awareness campaign, agriculture session, then Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, etc. These topics would be covered, and along with that, we would be covering some of the related conventional topics. Like poverty is a topic that we need to cover from the NCRTs and the standard books as well. Then employment, human capital development question was also asked in the previous year question papers, so we need to cover that properly. Next topic is agriculture. Agriculture is to be covered both in geography and economy. So we will take that up simultaneously. And there are other topics also that will be connected with it. So economy would be taken in two sections, wherein a major section would be covered on 19th of March, and the remaining few topics would be taken up on the 21st of March session. In that, we will also cover the science and tech part. In science and tech, we will be covering all the topics from the October current affairs magazine that we have for Saksham IAS. And as far as the conventional topics are concerned, for that session, we will be covering all the sections of diseases and infections that is there in the static part. Then we will also see solar system and Indian space developments in that session. The next session would be conducted on the 23rd of March, in which we will cover the environment part of the current affairs, and along with that, we will do some of the conventional topics like Western Ghats, soils, and pollution. Etc. And also we'll see some of the United Nations bodies, because during that month there were certain United Nations bodies that were in news with regards to environment. So these are the few changes that we bring in. We take your suggestions, and that's how we have brought on these changes. Because let's make these current affairs sessions more meaningful for exams. Because everybody is feeding you current affairs, but the related conventional section is not being discussed. So we want to add this value for you, so that we discuss conventional as well as current. And your suggestions, your feedback is welcome. You can contact us anytime on our WhatsApp numbers that we gave you. You can contact us from our website. You can also send us email on our email address that has been provided to you all, and we will surely come forward and solve your queries and take up your doubts and suggestions for more improvements. Thank you all for joining me today for this lecture. I hope you like it, and we will be back with our next session from Monday, that is 18th of March 2019. Thank you so much. Have a good night.